Howdy there, DBF family. It became aware to me that I actually owe you guys an explanation on where I've been. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna get this lawnmower running because it obviously doesn't run. That's why I'm gonna get it running. And while I'm doing that, it's gonna be easier for me to tell you what I'm about to tell you. What's been going on in my life that's been taking up my time. And at the end of the day, we're gonna talk about addiction. I've been struggling with an addiction the last 90 days, and as of right now, I'm good to go. So basically that's where I've been. So if you guys wanna hear more about this, I suggest you wait until the end. And we'll talk about the recovery process and basically where I go from here and how it's going to affect this channel. So let's see if we can get this stinking old lawnmower running, because we got a race coming up next week. And I got my emotional support animal here with me to help me with the process. So let's get after it. All right, so I got my tools. We're gonna get this carburetor pulled off, and I got some explaining to do. Yeah. So I guess really, let's start from the beginning. It would have been the day, 2 days after Christmas, I guess it would have been. It's when it really all started. I did something that, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've done it before. And you know, it really hasn't affected me. It's never affected me as hard as it did this go around. And you know, it was one of those things that, I can do it one more time. It's not a big deal. Boy, was I wrong. Man, I did it, and I'll tell you what, I honestly have never felt a feeling so intense as that feeling. And so I thought, you know, oh hey, you know, that was great. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do it this time. You know, I don't need this. I don't absolutely need this. It's I can control this. It's not a problem. Well, fast forward about another 2 weeks. You know, life gets busy. I have a job that I absolutely love where, you know, basically it's what my job is I build and maintain fleet vehicles that are emergency vehicles for the county. And so that came about, and I was busy. I was super busy. But man, in the back of my mind, all I could think about was just getting that next little bit of just boost, you know, just gosh dang boost. But you know, I buried it. About a week later, did it again. And you know what? It was even better the second time. And then came back home. You know, it's all I could think about was on my mind. And went about my business. Go to work, it's all I could think about. Come home, it's all I could think about. And then, you know, one day, I think it was a Saturday, my wife comes in the garage. I'm out here trying to work on a project that you guys will see here pretty quick. And disaster struck. Yep. I had a water leak in our master bathroom that absolutely just destroyed the subfloor in this thing. It switched for a minute from the addiction was all I could think about to work to now I got to remodel this stupid bathroom. And we're still in the process of that, but that gives you just a little bit of context of, you know, how things have been since basically the beginning of the year. Whew, you should smell that gas. Wow, look at this gas. Check this out. Yeah, I don't think that gas is supposed to look like that. Man, be glad you guys don't have smell-o-vision, because holy smokes, that is right. So between work, you know, and the bathroom remodel, which it's never just as easy as, throw a little paint on the walls and a little bit of flooring down. I still had this in the back of my mind. All I could think about was just getting that next little bit. I wanted that feeling again. And to be honest with you, my friends didn't help. I felt like I have really great friends, and I do, I guess, in a way. But God, they were telling me, "Oh, come on, man, come go. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. You need to just, put work aside for a while. Put the bathroom project aside for a while. Let's go, man. You'll love it. You'll love it." So, me being a weak person like I am, I went. And it was better than the last one. I mean, every time I went, it just got better and better and better. Oh, whew. That's got some stink to it. Oh, wow. Look at this gas that just came out of this thing. Wow. Yikes. Let that old cooker cook. See if we can get some nasties out of that carburetor. Close that door, it's kind of noisy. But I do got to say one thing. My wife, during all this, she's a very supportive person. She knew what was going on. She's not dumb. And she tried to support me, to help me out. And she knew it was going to be a struggle for a while. And she knew the risks. She absolutely knew the risks going into this. But she's loving, and there was no judgment there. She actually works in the medical field, and she understands these kind of things. So I'm lucky to have that kind of support that I got out of her. This is not, I don't want sympathy, anything like that. I'm actually grateful for my wife and the family members that tried to help me out with this addiction. And I'll be eternally grateful for those people because, it's not cheap. I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars trying to get that, just trying to scratch that itch. And, I owe a lot to a lot of people. But, it's a dirty thing. It's a dirty thing, and it's probably a lot like the gas that's in the tank on this thing. Let's see what it looks like, shall we? See if the pump will even run in this little bugger. Oh yeah. I don't think it was gonna run happy. Yikes. What am I doing here? Looks like tea or whiskey. Really, it's kind of symbolic. Just like this carburetor, just like my bathroom remodel, sometimes things have to be really bad before they get better. Kind of like the addiction. My addiction, it's over with. It's done. And the carburetor, it's all cleaned up. It's ready to go. The bathroom, we're finally getting to the point where we put cabinets in yesterday. The painting's done. We're down to the small details to make this functional again. So sometimes things just have to get worse before they can get better. We can learn, we can grow from it. So that's where we're at. So really, what does this mean for DBF Garage? I don't know. I honestly can't tell you that. It's changed my perspective on a few things. Is it really important to spend so much time putting out videos and editing? Or is it more important to spend time with your family and your friends and making memories? Or can we take the two and combine them? God, that already just looks better. Definitely smells better. See if we can flush out some of this old fuel in this tank. I know it's pretty bad. If I was smart, I'd let this down. But obviously, I'm not very intelligent. Oh, that's much better. Lou's excited. Anytime I go to start something, he's got to go find his ball and chase it. I think it's his way of, helping out. He's a pretty good helper. It's even getting idle. All right. Oh, she's ready to rip. So you guys are probably wondering, I'm sure you are, what exactly was my addiction and what got me so hard that it was crippling. Like I just didn't want to do anything else. Well, I'm just going to show you a couple videos right here to explain exactly what it was. And to the people that have dealt with this kind of addiction, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The people that have never experienced this kind of addiction, it's going to be easier for you to judge and not exactly know what I went through and what I will continue to go through. So watch these few clips and I think it'll explain quite a bit. Well, avalanche right there.
Real nice.
Yes, sir. Hello, Jacer. Mr. Keller.
Snap of that for me.
Yep. That wasn't like that when we came by, what, 45 minutes ago? Pretty crazy. I thought this boy got out of the logging business.
You can take a boy out of the woods, but you can't take the woods out of the boy.
It's true. So there you go. That's my addiction. Basically, it's what my addiction is mountain sled snowmobiling. This addiction has bit me so hard. It's become an obsession for me. Not just an addiction, an obsession. Now, I know there's going to be some people that are watching this are going to go, oh, God, addiction is a real thing. And I agree with you. It is a very real thing. My addiction just happens to be horsepower. And snowmobile mountain riding horsepower is unlike anything else I've ever experienced. It's one of those things that you get to spend quality time in nature. You see some of the prettiest country that nobody else will ever get to see unless you're on a mountain sled. And you get to spend quality time with friends and family. And like I said, I needed that to reboot myself, because after the, I don't know what you would call it, the busy season at my work and the house projects and everything else, I needed something to get me in a better mental state to where I can continue to do videos for you guys. And I just got to say, the few people, well, the several people that have reached out through me through Instagram or email, or even left comments on some of the videos on YouTube, checking about my well-being, I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am for you people. I
didn't think I'd ever have any kind of effect on anybody else doing this YouTube thing. So it's very humbling, and it helped reset me mentally. Now, what does that mean? What's the future hold for Dirt Bike Fab? I think we're just going to do the same thing, and next year I'm going to try to be a little better about taking you guys along on the snowmobile trips and even dirt bike riding trips just a little bit, but that is my therapy. Horsepower therapy is my therapy, and I think it's, if you've never experienced it, I guess you just don't know. But the people that have experienced, you 100% understand, whether it's on a snowmobile, a dirt bike, an ATV, a UTV, a race car, an old hot rod car. There's something about it. And snowmobiles and dirt bikes just happen to be my thing, and snowmobiles are top priority. Just like these stupid racing lawnmowers. I can have probably the worst week at work in my life. I can jump on this thing, throw the helmet on, go make the laps racing this thing, and I feel like $1 million. So that being said, if this offends anybody because I played it as a, because I played it as a substance abuse addiction, well, don't take life so serious. You know what I mean? Offenses taken, not given. And if you're offended by that, that's too bad. So, that being said, I appreciate all your guys' support, and we'll see you real soon on an upcoming video. See you guys later.